Hello, Professor. This is my last and final post regarding the personal reflection and just what I've learned through the journey of this class. And there's three things that really mainly stand out. The first was the theme of the change simulation. I really enjoyed that. It was not just about pulling levers, but it was more about understanding what these levers did and just how they associate with certain behaviors, and as well as being able to establish these relationships to drive towards change. Everybody adjusts and adopts change differently, and finding common ground for those resistors in this simulation was a key factor towards driving those changes. I know companies, uh, some change from the top down, others change from the bottom up, and this simulation was able to just open my eyes and understand how the change would affect from the top down or bottom down based on the levers I would pull. And then knowing the environment that I was to be effective for these levers to be effective as well. And I thought that was a great learning experience. And I think in my workplace, I am fortunate enough to have the support structure in place. Everyone in my team, they drive towards the same goal. My VP wants me to be successful, and my direct reports, they work towards the success of the company. I manage a team in India who are eager to learn. So how I see myself in improving this is being able to provide them better tools, better skill sets to adopt this change, and just building relationships. That was the key in part of the simulation. Is I saw that the one lever that always worked was the one that that we used to I think it was called walk and talk. Basically, establishing the relationship, getting to know who your clients are, who your customers are, and then working together to drive that change. So I thought that was very important. Uh, the next theme was the one about sustainable change. I thought that was sustainable change. I believe is very difficult to implement, especially major change. And a lot of the research I found, it was great because everything gave me insight in the course, and from the case studies to the research project, it just everything gave me more insight. And the one thing that I found that was most helpful was incremental change is less disruptive, and the research that I put in place on a lot of my case studies and the paper was finding the incremental change, it shapes behavior towards a specific goal. And that's key to understand. It's not just a general goal or goals at the end. Is having these established general goal, established specific goals, and shaping incremental change towards that. That behavior now becomes more sustainable and more achievable. So I found that to be great and insightful. I still need work in this area. For me, I believe the best learning opportunities I have is in my workplace. We're going through a significant change ourselves in the company. As I mentioned in my previous videos, we have a new CTO, we have new workflows and processes that we have yet to establish, and existing ones are either adequate for now or we need to change. And we have a lot of people leaving, and then a lot of people being added as well. We have a team in India now supporting IT for the end users. We have a team in India supporting applications, and then a team in India with supporting just help desk. And then we're spinning up another team in India to do a lot of the security functions that we need. So a lot of changes, and then I believe that what I found again is the best work in these changes in chunks, these incremental changes like I mentioned before. Just I think that best works out for the team, at least in India. We found that if I gave them certain goals to drive towards, and they're specific, and I can group them, then they're more achievable, for at least for the team in India. Oppositely, I found that onshore, our team actually here in the United States, I found that if I gave them the entire vision, the end goal basically of the general change, they were more receptive in achieving that change. So again, that goes back to everyone adopting change differently and adjusting to change differently. The team in the U.S. seems to um, like the entire vision, the goals set forth, and knowing that ahead of time, and then driving towards that change. The team in India, I have to actually break things down into milestones for them to be able to achieve driving towards the ultimate goal. So, how I see myself improving this part of sustainable change is just finding the balance where I'm not overwhelming people, understanding them, building that relationship. So, differentiating the team in India and and the U.S. team. That was a great example where I'm not overwhelming the team in India with all these major changes, but if I break them down, then it drives them towards a specific goal. And then other things that I can improve upon is just giving them the tools, giving them small wins to build up that bridge. And then for the team in the U.S., just being able to provide them the leadership and the broader vision of where the company's headed, how to give them these goals to drive towards, and the compensation to accommodate that. And I think combination of that will drive towards this modification that we need of change, and being able to sustain it. And the last theme was regarding the faith integration, addressing and fulfilling a need um, that's there, and using our talents for God, the talents that God has given us. The research paper or the case study of Nehemiah, he used his talents for God's glory. He saw there was a need in the people of Judah. He restored their faith and pride. He saw that there was an opportunity to restore the walls of Jerusalem, so he did, and being obedient to God. And he was able to use his position to affect the change. He used his position to shape, to work, and very very effectively used his position to accommodate all the resources that was needed. He basically took the opportunity to bridge a gap and restore relationships, relationship amongst God and His people, relationship amongst the people of Judah itself, and then I think in my part in this, the learning that I need to do is provide creative opportunities for, at least in my department, new workflows, new processes, and then follow up with establishing relationships with them, and just building teams within the department, and building teams within sub-departments. Um, how I'm able to achieve this, I think I just have to be bold and persistent, be sensitive to them, and press forward, because like Nehemiah, he saw there was a vision, then he used his position and his talents to make the change happen, to shape it. So I think I need to do the same as well. So again, I enjoyed this class, and I thank you for your time in my last video.